Hello and welcome to Matchday 6 of the Premier League, and these are the matches featuring here today. We are going to be at White Hart Lane Stadium, as it will be Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool, and also as well we'll be having Leicester City play at the King Power Stadium against Arsenal, and all the other game highlights of the 8 matches will also feature here today for Matchday 6 of the Premier League. Let's now go to the first match here today, as we are going to be live at White Hart Lane Stadium, as it's going to be Tottenham Hotspur taking on Liverpool, and let's get to the match. And we are at North London, the white side of North London, as we are going to have Tottenham Hotspur playing against Liverpool here today, live here in the Premier League for Matchday 6 of the Premier League action. As we have Liverpool at the moment are currently top of the league, and Spurs are 5th in the Premier League. If Tottenham even get a result here today, they could even move up to 1st in the Premiership after beating Newcastle by 2-1 at White Hart Lane last week. But the Spurs team is very nice and compact, as we have Kulusevski, Fekir, Højbjerg and Song, and also Aspas for Spurs. And also for Liverpool, we all know that Liverpool's team is very strong and solid for Jurgen Klopp's side, as we have a very good team Liverpool have got after even winning last week in their matchup against Chelsea by 3-1. But can they do the damage here today at White Hart Lane like they beat Chelsea last week at Anfield? But we'll translate that also to this matchup here today down in North London here today for Liverpool. Well, Liverpool really want to believe in their team, of course. They want to believe in themselves, because this match is very, very big in the season as well. They did even defeat Chelsea last week, lost to Newcastle by 3-2 in their last away game a couple of weeks back. But Liverpool, in fact, want to try and get something here today and really believe they can extend their points and keep themselves top of the Premiership if they can do so by the end of today. And here we go. Let's get this action underway right here, as it's Liverpool versus Spurs. Fabinho. The chance for Fabinho here. Okay, good defender now. Song Heung-min. Now to Aspas. Aspas. He's cut the ball here. Now Aspas. He's through. Oh, that could have been 1-0 for Tottenham, but it's gone wide for a goal kick. That was a very good shot. It was a very good shot, but it went wide for a goal kick. A goal kick for Liverpool. Now Alexander-Arnold. Obviously Spurs are currently in 5th place in the Premiership. Get a result here today, they may even get up to 1st in the league if they can get something here today. It all depends on the other results elsewhere from Man City and also Chelsea and Arsenal's games, but they could go top. And now is Royal. Kulusevski, on the ball there. Kulusevski kept it there for Tottenham. The chance for Spurs to get in front. Save there from Alisson. Alisson saves that, throws it away. Now it's Fekir. Now it's Song. Cross it into the box. Header there. Now back to the keeper there, Alisson. Now Matip. Alexander-Arnold. Okay, that's going to be a throw now for Tottenham. Now Spurs now. Song. Lost it there to Henderson. Now is Dybala. Now Thiago. Now all the way out now to Darwin Núñez here. Chance for Núñez. A shot. Oh, Dybala, but saved. Good chance. Now corner kick here for Liverpool. Cross into the box. Keep that nicely now. Fekir. And now it's a chance now. Okay, now it's not. Now it's Henderson. Now Darwin Núñez. Good defending. And now it's Fabinho. Shot. Save again for the goalkeeper. And now Dybala. Shot. Oh, save again. Corner kick. Now it's a chance here for Liverpool. Now Fabinho. Now Matip. Oh, good defender there from Tottenham. Now Fekir. Now maybe. Now with the ball back, now Martinho right now for Liverpool. Now Henderson. Now Fabinho. Roberto Firmino right now for Liverpool. Okay, that's going to be now a throw-in here for Liverpool. Now Roberto Firmino. Now it could be a cross. Now it's a corner kick here for Liverpool. Cross into the box. Now Romero. Fekir. Now Sigurdsson. Okay, now Liverpool win the ball back. And now nicely pass there from Henderson. Now Firmino. Chance for Dybala. Goal! And that's a goal that is for Liverpool. And it's 1-0. And the Reds are leading. And Dybala goes to Jurgen Klopp and celebrates with him. As Liverpool are in the lead. Great goal for Liverpool right there. At White Hart Lane they're leading. And it's 1-0 to Liverpool. Yeah, great goal there. Dybala strikes it home. And it's now 1-0. Now here's Spurs kicking off after that goal was scored for Liverpool. Now Kulusevski. Kulusevski now for Tottenham. Kulusevski. Okay, now is Robertson. Now Nunez. Now Dybala. Okay, that's now a pass here. Okay, that was a chance here for a goal, maybe. Oh, save there from Lopez. Could have been 2 to Liverpool right there, but not at all. Now Liverpool with the ball back. Now Romero. Now Fekir. Dybala. Now Nunez. Now Henderson. Oh, chance. Oh. Now Liverpool now got the ball back here. Roberto Firmino. Shot. Oh, it's gone wide. That's going to be now half time. And the score at White Hart Lane Stadium. It's Tottenham Hotspur 0. Liverpool 1 in the matchup. It is all thanks to Pablo Dybala to put Liverpool in front at White Hart Lane by 1-0. And here we go, let's get straight into it. And we are back here for the second half. And now here's Aspas. Now is Højbjerg. Now is Song. Okay, now is Fabinho. Now is Thiago. Now Spurs on the ball back. Now here's Tottenham. Now Fekir. Now Liverpool with the ball back here. And now Thiago. Fabinho. Roberto Firmino. Oh, save. Could have been. It could have been. Save there from Lopez. Corner here for Liverpool. Now Liverpool crosses it into the box. Could be a chance maybe. Now Fabinho. Okay, now Kulusevski wins it. No, now to Darwin Nunez. Now to Henderson. Shot! Save there from Lopez. A corner. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp's very angry here on the sidelines. But they've got a corner though. They want themselves a corner. This could go anywhere it could be. Anyway, let's get into the box here now. Crossing from Robertson. Cross it in, a header. Wait a second, own goal! Oh my god! The ball hit Ben Davies' head and the ball went into his own net. And now Liverpool are 2-0 up to the good. Yeah, Spurs are trailing by 2-0. They are getting battered here at White Hart Lane. And what a cross I've got to say there. Dybala headed the ball. And then it hit Ben Davies' head and he fell backwards. So that was an own goal. And that is now 2-0 to Liverpool. I thought it feels like he got shot of some sort, he really felt. But That went in though. He fell on the backwards, he did. Thought he looked a shot or some sort. But anyways, it's 2-0 to Liverpool. Højbjerg. Højbjerg. Chance. A goal! And that's a goal for Spurs. A consolation maybe. Or maybe a comeback it could be. We have got like half an hour to go left of the game. And Spurs have got a little consolation. So now it's 1 goal back for Spurs. But they're still trailing by 2-1 now. Now Liverpool with the ball here. Back now as they're kicking off after that goal was conceded. Now it's Coutinho. Oh, lost it back now. Fekir now to Aspas. Now it's a chance now to Fabinho. Now is Højbjerg. And now Kulusevski. Could be a comeback, it could be for Tottenham. Now Fekir. Oh, okay, that's the keeper's ball right there. Alisson's. Now wait a second here. Lost it. And maybe it could be here now. Henderson. And now Pablo Dybala. He's through. It's going to be a goal. And Liverpool are 3-1 up. And they're 3 goals up to 1. A very good goal there for the Argentinian. And it's Tottenham 1, Liverpool 3. Alright, great strike there from Pablo Dybala. It puts into the back of the net. And it's now 3-1. It's a great goal there from Pablo Dybala. Strikes it. And it's now 3-1 to Liverpool. Okay, now it's 3-1 and Spurs are trailing. And now Højbjerg now running all the way down here. Good counter-attack press here from Spurs. And now it's Kulusevski. He's looking to put the ball into the box, but Liverpool did very well to defend that right there, I've got to say. Now here's Fekir. Lost now. Liverpool got the ball back here again here. Now Romero. Now there's a chance now. Now Aspas wins the ball. Now Højbjerg. 10 minutes to go left to the end of the game here. 10 minutes left before the game ends. And now Song. Chance. Save from Alisson. And rebounded back and there's a goal. And just before the end of the matchup, in the next 10 more minutes time from now, they might even get a comeback they could do. It is 3-1 now. It's now 3-2. There's a goal there from Aspas. Save from Alisson and the rebound again. Now it's 3-2 to Liverpool. Here we go. Now Aspas. Now it's Henderson. Now Fekir. That's going to be now a free kick. Now Alexander-Arnold. Video. Dybala. Okay, good defending right there, I've got to say. Now Fekir. Now it's Sigurdsson. Song. Aspas. Oh my god, Alisson, what was he doing right there? Goalkeeper. He came out of his goal too quickly. And Spurs found a way to score. And now Aspas equalises. And Tottenham are back. They made a huge comeback from 3-1 in the 80th minute of the matchup. And then the next 10 minutes later, Liverpool have conceded 2 goals, silly goals, against Tottenham. And now Spurs are now in level terms. And maybe it could be 4-3, it could be here. Oh my god, Royal now. And now is Basuma. Might look for a fourth here, but it's now going to be a free kick here for Tottenham. Spurs might even get a big comeback here against Liverpool here. Well, Liverpool fans look nervous, they do. In the last 10 minutes, they were actually within the lead by 2 goals extended. And it could be actually 4-3, but then Alisson captures it. He's got to pass it now, keep the ball away from danger now. They've got to get a goal at the other end. And now here's Roberto Firmino now. And now Fabinho. He could be a chance here for a goal here to make it 4-3 for Liverpool. Good defending at the back there for Spurs. If Spurs get a big point out of this match, that's huge. It'll be for Tottenham, for them. And it is all over. And Spurs have made a huge comeback from actually losing 3-1 in the 80th minute of the matchup. And then in the 88th minute of the matchup, they've actually scored 2 goals. And it went to 3-3. And the game actually ended by 3-3. And Spurs and Liverpool share a point. as they've both got a draw here today, as it's Tottenham Hotspur 3, Liverpool 3. And the game ended here today as Tottenham Hotspur fought back in the last 10 minutes before the game just finished, and they scored 2 goals to make it 3-3 and make a huge comeback. And we all thought that Liverpool have got themselves to 3 points and stay top of the league, but that wasn't the case, unfortunately, so as Spurs got back to make it 3-3 in the game. But now let's get straight into the next match that we are featuring here today, going to the King Power Stadium in the Midlands, as it will be Leicester City taking on Arsenal. The two teams are playing Europa League football this season. They both square off here today in Premier League action, as we are at the King Power Stadium, as it's Leicester versus Arsenal. And we are live for this matchup here today at the King Power Stadium, as it's Leicester City playing Arsenal in this matchup. And it's a very big game, I've got to say, in the league, as we have Leicester City playing here today against Arsenal. And it's a very big matchup, I've got to say, between the both two teams. Have got some very quality players, of course, in both ends. They both play European football on the Europa League, because they both even qualified in first place in their respective Europa League groups before the season begun. And now, in the league, they're playing each other here today. And here we go. This is going to be Leicester versus Arsenal. And Leicester City's team we've got is Kasper Schmeichel. We have his Justin James. We also have his Evans as well in defence. We've got Diddy. We've got Kieran Delswell Hall. We also have James Maddison and also striker Jamie Vardy for Leicester City. For Arsenal, however, for their team here today, the Gunners, they have got a very good team. They actually have, of course, as we have goalkeeper for Arsenal, got Aaron Ramsdale in goal. We also have as well, we've got his Tomiyasu, William Saliba, Benjamin White, got Saka, Odegaard, Aqua, and also Martinelli, and also Gabriel Jesus, and also Wilfred Zaha for Arsenal in this match. And let's get this contest underway, as is Leicester City playing Arsenal in this match here right now, live here at the King Power Stadium. Here we go, let's get underway. And we are live, and Arsenal kick off the match here today live here at the King Power Stadium. Now Zaha now Leicester City on the ball. Oh, that's a foul. And now Arsenal have got themselves a free kick in the early stage of the match. Now Gabriel Jesus. Now to Saka. Odegaard. Zaha. Zaha, goal! And Arsenal have scored. An early goal it was for Arsenal in this matchup. In the second minute of the game here at the King Power Stadium. He strikes it in the top left corner of the goal. And Zaha equalises to make it 1-0 in the match. That was a beautiful goal right there from Zaha. Puts it into the back of the net. And it's now 1-0 to Arsenal. We're going to start from kick-off. Now Albright. Now Justin. Now Ndudi. Now Maddison. Now is Saliba. Now Aqua. Now Ndidi. There's a chance here for Jamie Vardy. Oh, Ramsdale got the ball. A big boot away. And that's going to be now a free kick for Arsenal. Now Saka. Now Jesus. Now Saliba. Now headed out. Here's a chance here. Now Ndidi. Now is Shrewsbury Hall. Now is Harvey Barnes. Now Harvey Barnes now, the ball. Passes it. Good defending right there from Arsenal. Right now Ramsdale wins the ball. Oh, a bit of a danger one there. Gave it away there to Leicester City right there, but Arsenal did well to get the ball. He won the ball back. Now Tomiyasu. Now Odegaard. Now Saka. He's through. There's a chance here for Saka now to Zaha. Now Evans there puts it away for a throw-in. Now throws it into the... Now it's Saka. Now it's Tomiyasu. Now Saka. Now Zaha. Now Odegaard. Good defending right there from Leicester City right there. Now Arsenal on the ball back. Now Odegaard. Now Saka. Saka's through. Oh, saved there from Schmeichel. And now with the ball back here, Arsenal get up. And it's offside. And it's going to be a free kick for Leicester. Yeah, I think Arsenal, Jesus was an offside position he was. So then there's a free kick for Leicester. Now Diddy. Now Justin. Now Mark Albright. And now here's Justin again here for Leicester City. Now Jamie Vardy. He's crossed into the box. Okay, won the ball back here for White. Now Saka. And now Saka there. Great ball all the way down to Martinelli. And now it looks like the Turkish defender for Leicester trying to get the ball off of him. But Martinelli's through. But good defender there from Leicester. And now it's Ndidi around right now. Wilfred Ndidi. Now to James Maddison. Now Arsenal the ball back here now to Gabriel. Now Martinelli. And now here's Jesus. And now Aqua. Oh, good defending. Wait a second. Handball. It looks like the defender for Leicester City put his hand up by accident, but the referee is giving it a penalty. Yeah, VAR does not lie, and that means that it will be a penalty for the Gunners in this matchup to extend their lead. And Leicester are in big trouble here, as Saka is going to take the penalty here against Kasper Schmeichel. Now Schmeichel against Saka, and a goal for Saka right there. And it is Arsenal have extended their lead to 2-0 in the matchup. A very good goal for Arsenal, and the Gunners have made it 2 in the match. A very good goal, I've got to say. And it's now 2-0 to Arsenal in the match. Now is Justin. Now Albright. Now it's Gabriel. Now Zaha. Now Jesus. Oh, save from Schmeichel. Now Barnes. Now Odegaard. Now Saka. Now Zaha. Now Barnes. Now Maddison. Now White. Now Gabriel. Now Martinelli. Now Jesus. Now Saka. Now Odegaard. Save. Oh god, that's a corner kick here for the Gunners right here now. So now Saka. Now Odegaard. Now Justin. Now Zaha. Now Zaha. Now Wilfred Zaha in the penalty box. It could be a chance for 3 maybe. Now Aqua. Jesus. Put the ball back here now to Mark Albright. Now Maddison on the counter attack. And now it's Gabriel. That's going to be now half time. The whistle blows for half time here, and Arsenal are in the lead by 2-0 in the matchup. All thanks from Saka, and also as well all thanks to Wilfred Zaha to put themselves on the score sheet, as it's Arsenal are leading by 2-0 at the King Power Stadium. And now we are back here for the second half of the match. Let's get it underway right here, right now. And now it's Harvey Barnes. Now Maddison. Now it's Maddison now to Albright. Now Ndidi. A chance maybe here. Now Saka now won the ball. Now Tomiyasu. Now Tomiyasu the ball here. Good defending, holding back right there. And now it's going to be a throw-in. Now Saka. And now it's going to be a yellow card there for Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes now got a yellow card under his name. Now it's Saka. Oh, Harvey Barnes won the ball back here for Leicester. A bit sharp, half that yellow card he got. And now it's the chance for Barnes here. He might get something maybe, and Arsenal won the ball back there. Odegaard with the ball. Now to Martinelli. Now it's Zaha. Zaha. Sways it. Oh, that could have been Jesus' goal. But it's gone wide for a goal. Called a kick, in fact. Called, I thought it was actually the good defending from Leicester. Albright's now going to be coming off, and Perez will be coming on for Leicester's substitute in the game. And now it's going to be a corner in this match. Now it's going to be Buendia's going to be coming on for the Arsenal. Martinelli comes off, and now Saka. Now Saka. Oh, saved there from Schmeichel. Another corner again here from Arsenal. And that's going to be now a penalty. And there you go. It looks like to me handball right there from Justin. And Arsenal have got a penalty. And Saka will take it. And now Bukayo Saka. Now Saka. And he makes it 3-0. And Arsenal are 3 in the lead. And 2 goals and 2 penalties from Bukayo Saka. And Arsenal are 3-0 up. And they are charging against Leicester. A very good goal right there from Bukayo Saka. And he puts it into the back of the net. And now it's 3-0 to the Gunners in this game. So it's going to be 3-0 to Arsenal. Now is Vardy. And now his my chance maybe for Arsenal here. Now Aqua. And now here's Odegaard. Odegaard to make it 4. Good defending right there from Leicester. Now Maddison. And now Zaha. Now Shrewsbury Hall. And now is Evans. Now Shrewsbury Hall. Now Cascade. Now Shrewsbury Hall. Now Maddison. Now Vardy. Now Maddison. And now Barnes. Sways it there to Vardy and he scores. And Leicester have got a goal back in the game. And that's a goal, consolation goal that is, from Jamie Vardy. He's going all the way to Brendan Rodgers right there and celebrate with Brendan Rodgers. And that is a very good goal for Leicester. They could get a comeback though, you never know. Like what happened between Spurs, got a comeback out of Liverpool. They might do the exact same thing here today. For the next 20 minutes of the game, you never know. So game on here still at the King Power Stadium. And now it looks like to be the ball here now to Saka. Now Saka. And Bukayo Saka now is looking to get a hat-trick in his name. It's going to be a hat-trick and it's gone wide. He's looking for a hat-trick in the match. And now Sammy Lokonga is going to be coming on and Aqua's going to be coming off for Arsenal in the match. So Arsenal got substitutions in the making right here. And now Schmeichel will take the goal kick. Now boots it. Very nice. Now is Evans. And now a good header right there. Now is Gabriel. Now is Shrewsbury Hall. Now to Vardy. A chance in for Evans. Johnny Evans. And a save there from Ramsdale. Yeah, very nice there from Ramsdale right there. Now is Shrewsbury Hall. Now all on the ball back there. Tomiyasu right there from Arsenal. And now Odegaard. And now Zaha. Oh, he's found space from Buendia right there for Arsenal here. Buendia crossing into the box here. Jesus, and he scores. And Arsenal have made it 4. 4 goals to 1 here for the Gunners. And Arsenal have made it 4-1 here at the King Power Stadium. There's no way back now for Leicester right now. There's no way back for them. As it's Arsenal that have made it 4 goals to 1 in the match. And a very good goal right there. What a header right there, I've got to say, from Gabriel Jesus. And now it's 4-1. Now here's Vardy. And now is Sammy Lokonga. And now Zaha. And now it's a chance here now for Jesus. Okay. Now here's Shrewsbury Hall. And now Maddison. Now is Vardy. Now Drewsbury Hall. Now to Vardy. Now Drewsbury Hall. Good defending right there from Arsenal right now. Good Sharpie right there. Attack here now. Arsenal Zaha. Now to Jesus. Looking for a 5th goal here. A save there from Schmeichel. There's a corner. Now Saka. Now head away right now. Leicester City with the ball back. And now is Vardy. Now Barnes. Now Vardy. And now is Justin. Save right there to Ramsdale. And now is Inacho. And there you go. Free kick right there for Leicester City. So it's going to be now a free kick. Now Madison. Now chance. Okay, that's going to be out for a goal kick. Now Ramsdale boots it. Nice header right now, Zaha. Zaha, oh, okay, that's going to be it. Game over at the King Power Stadium. And Arsenal have gained another 3 points here today, here at the King Power Stadium. As Leicester was battered, but Arsenal was supreme in this matchup. As the game ended here today, as Leicester City 1, Arsenal 4, leaving the King Power Stadium here today. 2 goals from Saka, a goal from Zaha, and a header, lovely header from Gabriel Jesus. And Arsenal take the 3 points away from Leicester. And it ended here today. 4-1 to the Arsenal. Three points and 4 goals for Arsenal here today. They've done incredibly well to get the result here at Leicester City Stadium here today, as we all thought that Leicester might probably give them a heck of a matchup. That wasn't the case though, and Arsenal dominated the whole matchup and made it very uncomfortable for Leicester City throughout the whole game. But now let's go down to feature the other game highlights for the other 8 matches across the Premiership right here, right now. And it was Newcastle United got themselves a goal in the 11th minute of the matchup, all thanks from a goal there from Callum Wilson, and he puts into the back of the net to make it 1-0 for the Black and White Army. And it was actually Newcastle to try and make it 2 in the matchup, and it was a save by the goalkeeper for Watford to keep that one out. In the second half, Newcastle United from a goal from Joe Willock smashed into the top right corner to make Newcastle lead by 2-0 at St James's Park. And the richest club in the world, Newcastle, made it 3-0 from a header from Callum Wilson from a great cross from Joe Willock. And it was actually a goal for Watford from Sarr to get 1 goal back at St James's Park. And we put that in the bottom right corner of the goal. And it was actually Watford made it 3-2 as a goal from Capoue to make it 3-2. And Watford trying to crawl back into the game, but it wasn't the case. And the game ended here at St James's Park as Newcastle holding that 3-2 lead and Newcastle won the matchup, all thanks from Callum Wilson for the 2 goals he scored and also for Joe Willock, as Newcastle have got 9 points in the league and also the 3 points here today at St James's Park, as it was Newcastle 3, Watford 2. And it was actually Wolves got themselves in the lead as a goal from Wolverhampton Wanderers from Hwang Hee Chang, who made it 1-0 to Wolverhampton Wanderers in the 11th minute of the matchup. And it was actually West Ham United to try and get back into the matchup. There was a save from Sarr to keep that one out. West Ham kept on trying and had another chance from Marko Arnautovic, but another save again there from Sarr. And the Irons got themselves finally back in the game with a goal from Marko Arnautovic in the 29th minute of the matchup, as he scored on his laces with his left foot and struck that one home to make West Ham get back in the game. And Wolves got back in the lead again as a shot was saved by Famaganski, but rebounded back to the Wolves forward Adama Traore to put Wolves back in front to make it 2-1 in the match. And in the second half, Wolves trying to make it 3-1, as there was actually a goal that actually happened from Adama Traore again, and Wolves extended their lead by 3 goals to 1. And it was actually West Ham United from Marko Arnautovic striked it in the bottom right corner of the goal and got themselves another goal in the matchup, as West Ham are not giving up without a fight. And there was a nice beautiful shot again from the same player who scored the first goal for West Ham, as Marko Arnautovic struck that one in the back of the net. And West Ham trying to get a 3-3 comeback against Wolves, but then Marko Arnautovic almost did it, but it went wide, as Marko Arnautovic could have made it 3-3, but that wasn't the case. And pressure's on for David Moyes for West Ham United, as West Ham are currently in the relegation zone after losing here today and only picked up 1 win throughout the last 6 games starting off the Premier League campaign, as West Ham are struggling, but Wolves however got themselves a victory as the game ended here today, as it was Wolves 3, West Ham United 2. In the early stage of the matchup, Brentford won themselves a penalty, as it was actually Doiberg was actually fouled into the box, as Concia fouled him to make it a penalty for Brentford. And Brentford got themselves a penalty, as Kasper Dolberg won a penalty, but then Emiliano Martinez saved it and kept that one out, as it was a beautiful save for the Argentinian to keep that one out for Brentford. It was actually a corner from Brentford, however, the cross into the box, but then a header was way missed from Brentford, as it was actually Ryan Malibu actually headed that one way away from the goal. And Brentford finally got themselves in front as a cross came in and Kasper Dolberg striked it, as Brentford got themselves in the lead, as it was Brentford 1-0 in the game. As Aston Villa were trailing by 1-0, Douglas Luiz had a shot, but a punch from David Raya to keep that one out to make Aston Villa get a corner from a great shot from Douglas Luiz, and David Raya punched that away for a corner kick. Ollie Watkins for Aston Villa was counter-attacking. David Raya had a shot but almost scored, but it went wide for a goal kick. And Jacob Ramsey finally scored for Aston Villa to get themselves back in the game, as Villa scored in the 66th minute, all thanks from Jacob Ramsey. The young teenager scored his first goal in this Premier League campaign for Villa, as Villa scored it to make it 1-1 in the match. Aston Villa wanted to get in front back into the matchup, as Ollie Watkins had a shot, but David Raya stopped that one from going to the back of the net, as it was saved, and Villa almost scored, but their shot was kept out from Raya. And the game ended here today at the G-Tech Stadium, and it was actually Aston Villa and Brentford share a point here today at the Community Stadium. It's a great point for Brentford, however, their first point in their top flight history in the Premier League since they haven't been in the top division since 1947, and to get a point here today against Aston Villa at home, that's massive obviously for Brentford, as the game ended here today at home today at West London, as it was Brentford 1, Aston Villa 1 from Dolberg, and also Jacob Ramsey to be on the score sheet for both teams. And Glasgow Rangers made it 1-0 in the 6th minute of the matchup, as Alfred Morelos scored for Rangers, as Rangers were in the lead against Manchester City at home today. And that was a beautiful goal here at the Longfield Stadium, all thanks to Morelos, and that's his 5th goal already this season in the Premiership. And then obviously Benzema got back in the game for Man City and scored to make it 1-1 in the game, as Karim Benzema made Man City get back after trailing by 1-0, all thanks to the Frenchman Karim Benzema. And then Rangers conceded another goal, unfortunately, so as Karim Benzema scored a second goal to make Man City go in front for the first time in the matchup. And it was actually a great ball there for Benzema, and he strikes it home to make it 2-1 to Manchester City. But Rangers weren't given up without a fight, as Morelos scored his second goal for Rangers to make it 2-2 in the matchup. And that was very disappointing, obviously, for Man City to concede another goal to Rangers. But Rangers, however, you've got to give them credit. They've been very good this season so far to score goals at home, and they've been very good at home this season. And unfortunately for Man City, however, they've actually made it very hard themselves. And I think Pep Guardiola in the sidelines isn't happy about this at all. In the second half, Manchester City scored again to make it 3-2, as Karim Benzema made it a hat-trick for himself here today, and he was a great finisher there against Rangers, and that's a hat-trick for Karim Benzema, and what a strike from him from his left foot to put that in the top corner of the goal over past McGregor for Glasgow Rangers. And then actually again, it was actually Man City again, as Benzema scored a 4th goal for Manchester City to make it 4-2 in the game. And Rangers, however, were actually sloppy at the back. But they're against a top team like Man City, and no one, and I mean no one, could stop Benzema from scoring. At this point, Rangers trying to get back into the matchup, as it was Ryan Kent was failed by Ruben Dias, the captain, and the referee pointed the spot for a penalty for Rangers in the matchup to try and get back into the match against Manchester City, as Ryan Kent was fouled there by Diaz, and Rangers got themselves a penalty. It was James Tavernier who took the penalty for Rangers and scored, and that gives Rangers some hope. Maybe they can make this game a very entertaining game between Man City and Rangers here to that Longfield Park. But however, unfortunately, Benzema gave the ball to Sterling, and then Man City made it 5-3 in the game. And unfortunately, I think Rangers' entertainment really killed off there, as Sterling equalised, as Benzema sweated the ball to Sterling to make it 5-3 to Man City. And it wasn't over just yet, as actually Phil Foden, the cross from Phil Foden, and it was that great header there from Ruben Dias, but McGregor, got to say fair play to him. He's been one of the best goalkeepers so far in this campaign so far, as he's made great saves like that, and he's my favourite goalkeeper yet in the season. But Karim Benzema does win the match ball for Man City here today, as he scored 4 goals away from home to that Longfield Park Stadium, as the game ended here today, as it was Rangers 3, Manchester City 5 at the end of the matchup, as Man City made it 5-3. Chelsea were counter-pressing Everton's defence in the last 12 minutes of the game, but the goal actually happened as Tammy Abraham took the defence on by himself and made it 1-0 to put Chelsea in the lead by a 1-0. Then Tammy Abraham assisted a goal from Mertens to make it 2-0 for Chelsea in the game, as the Blues are leading by 2-0 against the Toffees. And then it was actually Chelsea made it 3-0 in the matchup, as actually a good goal it was there from Mertens to make it 3-0. And Chelsea were 3 in front, all thanks to the Belgian to score another goal for Chelsea. And before half-time, it was actually a goal from Tammy Abraham to make it 4-0, as Chelsea are 4-0 up going into half-time, and Everton's defence was absolutely open a lot and exposed, and Jordan Pickford could do nothing about that, unfortunately, and it was actually Chelsea have scored to make it 4-0. And Tammy Abraham had the ball and assisted Mertens to make it 5-0, and Chelsea with Mertens scored a hat-trick in the matchup as a beautiful goal, as Abraham gave the ball to him and sweated it, and all he had to do is whack it into the bottom corner of the goal, and Chelsea made it 5. There was actually a consolation goal for Everton as Dominic Calvert-Lewin got 1 goal back in the matchup and scored, and it was a great goal from him as he puts Everton back in the game, but that was only a consolation only, as Dominic Calvert-Lewin got 1 goal back for the Toffees. And then Mason Mount was 1v1 to Jordan Pickford, and he put that in the bottom left corner of the goal, and it was Chelsea made it 6 at Goodison Park, as it was actually Mason Mount made sure that Jordan Pickford does not save that one again, and Chelsea made it 6 away from home at Goodison Park. And Chelsea's dominance continues after losing to their rivals down the road from Everton, Liverpool, last week by 3-1. But this week, however, they went to Liverpool again to play against Everton, and they thrashed them here today by 6-1, as it was Everton 1, Chelsea 6. A very poor start for Manchester United at home. It was actually Sam Asania made it 1-0 to AFC Richmond, and the pressure's really over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as the defending champions of the Premier League had a very bad start to the season, and that still continued, looks like, as Sam Asania puts AFC Richmond in the lead here at Old Trafford. But finally, the Red Devils, it was Harry Kane, had a shot and made it 1-1 in the game, as the British man scores, as it was actually a goal back for Man U, as there are lots of pressures on for Solskjaer's job, and Harry Kane scores to hopefully save his job by the end of this matchup. But again, AFC Richmond got back in front again at Old Trafford, as it was Jamie Tart puts that into the back of the net, as it was AFC Richmond are now 2-1 up to the good here against Manchester United at Old Trafford, and Jamie Tart puts that into the back of the net and makes AFC Richmond get another goal in the game. There was a defensive error for AFC Richmond as Jadon Sancho won the ball for the AFC Richmond defence and pressed onto the goalkeeper and scored to get back into the game at Old Trafford, as Manchester United made it 2-2 here today at Old Trafford here today, and that was a great strike there from him in the game. And then Manchester United made it 3-2 as Jadon Sancho pressed onto AFC Richmond's defence and got themselves in front in the matchup for the first time this match, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's team scored, as it was Jadon Sancho has made it 3-2 in the game, as that's his second goal for Manchester United in the game here today, and that was a beautiful one in the second half for Jadon Sancho. And then it was actually Man United to try and make it 4-2 actually, as Marcus Rashford scored to make it 4-2, and the Red Devils are back in shape after a poor form of the Premier League, let's hope, if that's the case in the game. And it was Harry Kane actually high-pressed AFC Richmond's defence and made it 5-2 as Harry Kane scores and Man United extend their lead to 3 more against AFC Richmond. There was actually AFC Richmond, however, got themselves back in the game here to make it 5-3 as it was Asanya crossed it into the box and Danny Roaz made it 5-3. And then, however, in fact, AFC Richmond made it 5-4 as it was an own goal from Luke Shaw at the end of the game as AFC Richmond are really making pressure on for Man U if they can get something out of this game here today to make it 5-all. But that wasn't the case, however, as the game ended here today as Man United finally got themselves their first win at Old Trafford this season, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is still alive, all thanks to Jadon Sancho and also all thanks to Kane and also Marcus Rashford to keep Solskjaer's job alive as the defending champions of the Premier League hopefully return back to winning success throughout this whole campaign this season, starting from today, as the game ended here today as Man United 5, AFC Richmond 4 here at Old Trafford. It was a free kick for Leeds United in the 6th minute of the matchup as Jack Harrison got himself a free kick against Southampton in the early stage of the match here at Ellen Road. And Jack Harrison almost scored for Leeds, but saved by Alex McCarthy to keep that one out. It's a beautiful free kick, got to say. But Alex McCarthy stopped that one from going to the back of the net for Leeds United in the early stage of the match. And then actually again it was Leeds United to try and get in front of the match, but a save again there for Alex McCarthy to keep that one out, as it was actually Southampton are still keeping alive this match and keep defending quite well and stopping Leeds from scoring. And this was a moment here as a great cross there from Rafinha and Patrick Bamford headed the ball, and the Leeds fans and the Leeds team were all celebrating as Leeds got themselves in front to make themselves 1-0 up to the good here at Ellen Road. It was a beautiful header from Patrick Bamford and Alex McCarthy could do nothing about that as Leeds United are 1-0 up to the good here at Ellen Road. And there was actually Southampton from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain almost scored but went wide. It was very close though from Chamberlain though, but that shot went wide for a goal kick for Leeds United. But then, however, Southampton kept on pressing on in the match and had a shot from Romero, but saved by the goalkeeper for Leeds. And that was a good chance, but Romero had a chance of a shot, but it was saved by the goalkeeper there for Leeds. There was actually Leeds United try and make it 2 in the matchup, but saved there from Alex McCarthy to keep that one out, as Leeds really pressed on from Leeds' aggression in this matchup, and Southampton being really at the back, really defending their lives this game. But however, Southampton finally scored as Adam Armstrong equalised to make it 1-1, and the Saints got themselves back in level terms in the game. And it was a great goal there from Adam Armstrong to equalise against Leeds, to try and hopefully get a point out of Ellen Road here today in the match. But that wasn't the case, unfortunately, so as Leeds United got themselves 2-1 up in front, all thanks to a goal again from Patrick Bamford, and it was actually Leeds made it 2-1 in the game, and Southampton really was heartbroken that they couldn't get themselves a point in the matchup here today, and that late scenes at Leeds is dramatic at Ellen Road. And the game ended here today as Southampton couldn't get nothing from that despite them trying at the end of the match. But Leeds, however, got themselves to 3 points in the game, as it was Leeds United, however, got themselves a result at Ellen Road, as it was Leeds United 2, Southampton 1 at the end of the match here at Ellen Road. There was a goal from David Turnbull to make it 1-0 to Celtic and scored against Dean Henderson, and that was a beautiful strike from him, and he scored to make it 1-0 to Celtic in the game. It was a nice cross from Paulson from Trossard. The ball met to Emmanuel Dennis, but a great save from Joe Hart to stop that one before going to the back of the net, as Dennis had a shot, but it was a great save from Joe Hart. It was a great save from Dean Henderson for Portsmouth, and it was actually Edouard had a shot but saved and stopped by Dean Henderson, and that could have been 2-0 to Celtic. And Celtic crossed the ball in from a corner, and the ball was bounced around the penalty box, but then Christian Julian, the unlikely source, the right back for Celtic, scored to make it 2-0 to Celtic, to extend their lead to 2-0 here at home to their Celtic against the team who are struggling in the league, Portsmouth. But however, Eze for Portsmouth had a chance to score, but saved by Joe Hart to kick that one out. And then a chance for Portsmouth to try and get a goal back in the matchup, as Trossard had a shot but saved by Joe Hart. It was a huge win it was for Celtic here today, as they beaten the strugglers Portsmouth by 2-0, as Portsmouth were struggling throughout the last few games now. The only result they already had this season when they won the first game of the season for Portsmouth when they beat Southampton. But ever since then, Portsmouth have been absolutely awful. There's a lot of pressures on for Daniel Cowley for Portsmouth to try and get results turned around at Pompey. But however, for Celtic, they've got a win here today. Their second win to the season here, as it won here by 2-0. The official results for Matchday 6 of the Premier League. It was Tottenham Hotspur 3, Liverpool 3, Leicester City 1, Arsenal 4, Newcastle United 3, Watford 2, Wolves 3, West Ham United 2, Brentford 1, Aston Villa 1, Rangers 3, Manchester City 5, Celtic 2, Portsmouth 0, Everton 1, Chelsea 6, Manchester United 5, AFC Richmond 4, and Leeds United 2, Southampton 0. The table, at the top half of the table, we have is Chelsea at the top with 15 points. In second, we have is Arsenal with 15 points. In third, we have is Manchester City with 15 points. And in fourth, we have is Liverpool with 13 points. In fifth, we have is Tottenham with 11 points. In sixth, we have is Aston Villa with 11 points. And in seventh, we have is Leeds United with 10 points. In eighth, we have is Newcastle with 9 points. In ninth, we have is Wolves with 9 points. But to wrap up the top half of the table is AFC Richmond with 9 points. In the bottom half of the table, we have is Watford with 8 points. In 12th, we have is Brentford with 7 points. In 13th, we have is Celtic with 7 points. In 14th, we have is Leicester City with 7 points. In 15th, we have is Rangers with 7 points. But in 16th, we have is Manchester United with 6 points. In 17th, we have is Everton with 6 points. In 18th, we have is West Ham United with 3 points. In 19th, we have is Southampton with 3 points. And in 20th, we have is Portsmouth with 3 points. Games for next week on the 1st of April, on April Fools, we have is Liverpool versus Everton in the Merseyside derby. And also the Midlands battle, as it will be Aston Villa versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. And also the game goal highlights for Manchester City versus Leicester City, Portsmouth versus Manchester United, AFC Richmond versus Leeds United, Southampton versus Rangers, Watford versus Tottenham, and Arsenal versus Brentford, and West Ham United versus Newcastle United, and Chelsea versus Celtic. And there you have it for Matchday 6 of the Premier League. We'll see you next week on April Fools for Matchday 7 of the Premier League. Until now, from myself, Gary Lineker, goodbye for now.